all my beautiful friends. I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. So I'm here today because I just got Potomac beads in the mail and I'm so excited to take a look and see what they have in store for us for August. So why don't you join me? We'll go down to the mat and we'll take a look and see what they sent. Okay guys, so this is the Potomac beads for August, and I had like a little extra pamphlet in here today too. They sent a free design, a free oh yeah, you know what this is called. A tutorial type thing on paper, you know. It gives me everything that I'm going to need, and it gives me step-by-step instructions on how to make this really cool bracelet. So yeah, I think I might dig around and see what I have and see what I don't have, and maybe do some ordering and get some stuff. So that's really cool. I've never gotten a like a little design instruction from them yet. So anyway, Potomac Beads is a amazing company that puts together these treasure boxes. So, and it's a mix of things. So you can get, you'll get multi-hole beads, you'll get check glass beads, you'll get crystals, you'll get gemstones, you'll get findings, and then they throw these little packages in here that are part of like the treasure part. So it's really fun. You never really know what you're going to get, and I really enjoy their products. They're super good quality, and I know you guys have seen me unbox for them before and put together really fun designs. So for August, it is Purr and Polished. So welcome to Purr and Polished, a chic collection of black and white beads with a shimmer of amethyst sparkle, curated to inspire sleek, elegant designs with a hint of mystery. Nestled among the gems, you'll find a playful surprise, personality-packed cat charms ready to leap onto your next creation and make it truly unforgettable. Awesome. So let's take a look and see what we have here. I'm going to get my little white tray, and I'm going to get my little blue tray so we can take a look at everything together. I'm also going to grab one of my little boxes. I completely forgot that I need one of these too, so I can store everything in there. All right, so we'll take a look at things, and then I will cut open strands if I need to, and we will look at all of it all over. I can't talk today, you guys. Lately I've been having this problem where I just can't seem to talk. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at are these pewter end cones, and they're etched. They're long cones. They're 28 by 10 millimeter. So these are really cool. Look at the etching on them. It's not like anything I've ever seen. It's kind of like chevronish, but like wood grain. I don't know. They're just really different. So I thought these were really cool. I'll put those in there. And then next I have Potomac Beads Athena Cast Metal Rounds. These are seamless, and they're 3 millimeter, and they're real silver plated. You get a pack of 50. Let's take a look at these. So really pretty bright silver on those. And I like that they are seamless. They're like perfectly round. They're just super nice. Really good quality metal beads. And we'll put those right in here. Okay, next is the Potomac bezeled chatons, and they're amethyst 6 millimeter, and you get a pack of 12. So let's take a look at these. I've never used these before. See, this is the other thing I really love about them, is I'm getting stuff that I have never used ever in my entire life. And I don't even know, like, I guess they have a hole there. Okay, they have holes on 4 sides. They have a hole on 4 sides. I'll have to look and see like how, like any good ideas on how to use these. But they're really cool. Very pretty dark purple. It is that true like deep like grape jelly amethyst color. So those are really pretty, really good quality. We're just gonna put those right there. Then next we have check drop bead black pack of 3. So these are really cool. They're drilled long ways. So really great little drops. You can use them in a lot of different creations. I usually like to string mine in my designs, and sometimes I'll do them back to back with something like there to focal, or sometimes I'll do them, you know, like this with something smaller and then go bigger. To me, it feels like it's one of these like lead-in beads in like one of your designs when you're using graduated beads. So it's just really kind of a fun thing to use. Or, you know, make a really cute pair of earrings, and then maybe you can do a really cute smaller pendant. I don't know, the possibilities are pretty much endless with this kind of stuff. All right, put those right there. Then we have some Miyuki seed beads. These are silver Labrador, and they are full silver, so they're not just you know, lined or just coated, and they're 8 O's. I'm just gonna pour them into my hand. And there they are, a very, very pretty silver. I'm gonna put those back into the bag because seed beads are easier to get out of the bag when you're going to put them in a design. But I'm gonna tuck that bag right into my little container here. Just gonna squeeze all the air out. All right, and we're just gonna put those right in here, just like that. Next we have round duo beads in jet. The color is jet hematite. So these are actually check glass. They're 5 millimeter, and you get a pack of 75. So the round duo beads are 2-hole beads that are round, and I've used these in many designs as well. They're really fun and very versatile. So let me just show you how those look. I'm going to grab a head pin real quick. Grab 2. Well, I'm using the really fat head pins, so those aren't going to work. Let me I got some little teeny tiny gold ones here. Let's try these. I'll just grab one. So there's a hole right here that it's going through, and then there's a hole right next to it. So they're kind of like, it gives you that fat part on the round, but you're stringing through like 2 strands through the side like this. So these are really, really nice. I've used them in a lot of different designs. And you don't have to be a bead weaver to use stuff like this, like 2-hole things. I've shown you guys so many projects that I've used 2-hole stuff in without using needle and thread. And a lot of them have come from using the beads from Potomac beads, because they're the ones who are challenging me with these really cool beads. All right, so next I have a Rivoli, and it's black diamond 18 millimeter. I really need to start doing something with these things. I either need to learn how to do the framing around it with seed beads, or I need to buy the things that they fit in to make something. So I'm gonna try to start looking at that and seeing what I can figure out. But I have a little collection of these right now from Potomac beads, and I think I probably almost have enough to set them in their own like setting and make a bracelet from them. But they are so stunning. I mean, they're just beautiful. I kind of forget about them too after a little bit. So we have that. Then we have Potomac crystal round beads, and these are opal 4 millimeter, and you get a pack of 50. I love the opal look to the white beads. They just look very shiny. They have those glorious facets. The hole size is pretty decent on these for being such small little crystals. So pretty. All right, we're gonna put those in here. You know, it's so funny. I've been challenged so much with black and white beads lately, but you know, I'm absolutely loving it. It's just been so much fun to like, I don't know, to like have to, you know, figure it out. All right, I'm not going to open this up, but these are metallic blue iris 8 O's, and you get a 10-gram tube, and these are really pretty. You guys know what the iris looks like. You have some purple and green and blue in there. Just really, really pretty seed beads. And then this is, I believe this is our gemstone strand. It is black onyx, and these are 4mm black onyx, and they're really, really, really pretty. I'm going to cut off this extra like chunk of plastic string there, but yeah, really nice. And it's a nice long strand. It's like probably about a 13-inch strand, 12, 13-inch strand. So I'm just going to roll it up. Oh no, I won't roll up. We are going to cut it, and we're going to put it in our box. I was going to say, am I going to get confused with these other ones? But no, I'm not, because the other ones are duo beads and these are not. So I'm not done yet. I still have more stuff. This is like your regular part of your box, right? But it's called a treasure box because you have treasure items too. So we're going to open up those treasure items and take a look at those. All right. So the first thing we have is this Athena cast tube clasp, and it's a 4-strand and it's premium silver plated. So let's take a look at this little guy here. This wasn't part of the treasure. I accidentally picked this one up and set it aside, but this is part of like the regular box here. I have never used the slides before, the slide closures, but I'm like super intrigued by it. So I think we may have to use that. And maybe we'll just make a 4-strand bracelet. I'm going to put that right here. Okay, next we have some check Nautilus beads. You get a pack of 3. These are cute. These are really cute. I haven't had any Nautilus beads like lately, so that's kind of fun. I've had a lot of the conch, and I've had like the little clam shells, but yeah. And I like that, the black with the white wash on it. Very, very pretty. Very sleek. Okay, next we have check glass oval beads, and these are in white. You get a pack of 5, and they are 20mm. And there they are. These are really pretty. They're so smooth. Oh my gosh, I love them. I love beads like this. So let's put those right here. Okay, next we have some more check glass. These are round beads, and they are 10mm, and the color is smoke. So we're getting a little gray in here. This is a really nice gray. I like this. And it's not overly shiny, which is really kind of cool because the rest of our stuff is like really super shiny. So this has a more like, to me, almost like muted shine to it, but it's beautiful. All right, whoop, I'm just flinging beads. Okay, next we have Super Duo beads, and they are jet and bronze mix. I'm going to put these in one of my little square dishes real quick and just hold it over the white. Okay, so let's see. It looks like they are, okay, they're not like double-sided color or like single-sided color. You get bronze beads and you get black beads. So there's a little mix there. But these are fun. I love Super Duos. I haven't done anything with a Super Duo in quite a while, so we may have to look into that soon. I may have to come up with an idea and do a special bead weaving episode. Whew, that barely fit in that little spot there. Next we have some check glass fleur-de-lis, and these look like they are like a bronze, like a copper bronze color, or they may be black with the like copper wash over it, but very, very cute little flowers. Really like those. All right. Next we have some check rectangle beads in chalk white, and you get a pack of 5. Okay, these have more of like a muted finish too. They're matte on the side but shiny on the front and back, and they are drilled long ways. So very nice little check beads there. And then, oh, we have one of our little treasure here. This is so cute. Let me open up the little bag. They will send like wood pendants or, you know, things like that for you to design with too, which I think is really a lot of fun. So let's take a look at this. Some little jump rings in there. Okay, so these are so cute. They're little kitty cats. And they give you the jump rings to add to it. Now they're covered in like a little paper. All their wood stuff will be covered in like a little paper film to protect it, you know, while it's being sent to you. So all you gotta do, if you can get your nail under one side of it, is peel it off. I want to peel one off so you can see it. And these are just cute little black cats. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's going to be so cute. We're going to put one together real quick while we're doing this, just because I want to see how cute he is. Okay, so we got that part. And now we need to do, look at how nice that is. Oh, and these aren't even wood. These are like the, let me see. Whoops, sorry guys. I didn't mean to do that. It doesn't say. Okay, these are acrylic. Sorry, I got you guys all cattywampus. Hold on. I didn't mean to hit the camera. I do that so much lately. I'm like so clumsy. All right, let me see if I can get this apart here. I do want to put one of these little guys together just so you can see it. He's so cute. You know what? This looks like my Lucy. This looks just like my Lucy girl. Oh my goodness, you guys. Any of you who get this, you'll have a little Lucy too, just like I do. All right, and they gave us gunmetal jump rings, which I think is super cool. So it doesn't like stand out like having like a silver jump ring or a gold jump ring. So you just really need to connect them. And these are, since they're acrylic, they're so nice and light. These would be great little earrings, like really fun, easy to put together earrings. Okay, let's get that other one on there. Oh my goodness gracious. Look how stinking cute, you guys. Oh, look how stinking cute. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's so cute. All right, we're gonna put her right in here, along with the parts from our other kitty. And then who knows, we might design with her today. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. I haven't really looked to make that decision. So let me just clear this real quick. Move all my stuff out of the way. So this is what we got in our box, and it's actually a lot of really great little things. Plus we got our really cool, the Zinnia Garland holiday bracelet. That's really cool. I like that. So this is what we got. And I did say that I wanted to probably use this. And so I'm thinking I'm going to do a 4-strand bracelet. However, what I'm thinking of doing is using my round duos. So let's just get out some of these guys. All right, so we're going to use some round duos. We're also going to use, oh, you know what? I don't think I want to use white. We're going to use some of our seed beads. And we're also going to use some silver spacers. And we're not going to do anything with thread, you guys. We're going to just use regular bead stringing wire, and we're just going to have a lot of fun with it and see what we can come up with. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to clean up my mess here and grab the other things that we're going to need to make this fun bracelet. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am using Bead-A-Lon 7-strand bead string and wire in the satin silver. I have cut 4 pieces, and I just measured them and I totally forgot how long they were, so let me measure that again. And I cut them a little bit longer because we're gonna like not just do straight. We're gonna kind of weave in and out with these 2-hole beads. So 16.5 inches each. So I thought that I might need a little bit of extra wire. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our wire on one side of this clasp. I'm going to take this clasp apart. All right, so now we have just the one side, and I have 8 of my crimp tubes here. These are number 2 crimp tubes. I'm using Bead-A-Lon ones today. And we're going to put our crimp tube on. We're going to go through the little ring on this clasp and just slide that right down. And I'm doing all 4 on here because we need to have all 4 on here at the same time. All right, so we have that on, and now I'm going to see if the magical crimpers will work well for this. I think it will. Oh yeah, it's gonna be just fine. So then these are just gonna look like little beads themselves if I do it really well. So there's one, and now I'm gonna put another one on, and we're gonna try to make our loops the same size, or at least as close to it as we possibly can. So this is like a little bit of a fiddly part here, but it's okay, just take your time and it will work out just fine. All right, slide that up. Now I'm just gonna kind of hold these by each other to make sure they're about the same, and just kind of scoot as I need to. And it looks good to me, very, very close. I'm going to just sneak in there and give that a good crimp. Turn it sideways, crimp it again, and then I'm just going to make my little round. Just squeezing until I no longer feel any resistance from the crimp. There we go. There's our second one. Do the same thing 2 more times. The setup is like not as much fun as the beading, I know guys, I know. And these are going to be kind of wild until we get some beads on them and get them to kind of like calm down a little bit. So just bear with me as I deal with all the wild strands that we have going on here. My husband's gone. He's meeting up with some friends to go play the office trivia over at one of our local establishments that does trivia. It's like a place that does like a bunch of like family games. Like they do bowling and they have laser tag and axe throwing, like all kinds of stuff. So it's just a really fun place. And so he went and to meet up with his friends tonight to do that. And so I have the door open because there's nobody here but me and the animals. And Woody's he's kind of pacing back and forth. He's like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I kind of want to lay down and take a nap, but then I'm not comfortable on your floor. I kind of want to go lay on the couch. And then I'm kind of alone out here. It's just me and the cats. So I want to come back in here with you. He just doesn't know what he wants to do right now, which is fine. I get like that too. All right. And now our last strand here. Put that on. You know, doing this box reminds me that I need to go through my past boxes and see what kind of fun things I can come up with. As a matter of fact, I think I might go through my past boxes, take a look at some of the things that I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, and then maybe I can come up with some ideas. Maybe I can watch some tutorials to see how some stuff works, and then maybe I can do something fun on another video with that stuff. So always learning, guys. I feel like I'm always learning something, and it's so wonderful because when you stop learning, I mean, you might as well just be done, right? I want to learn it all. The only thing is, I don't have enough time in the day to learn all of it, so I'm just taking little bits and chunks at a time that I can, and yeah. All right, so we got all of our crimps done on that one side, got all of our wires attached. And now we just need to figure out how we want to do this. So I think what I want to do is I really need to just start with some regular beads on here. So no 2 holes yet. Let's put on, like, I'm not sure if these will go over both strands. Let's just kind of test it out and see. Oh, it does, good. All right, so if we put like a silver spacer on each one of these, my strands are going wild. And then we can push them all down, and we can be starting with the same bead. And then I thought I would do like a few of the seed beads and then start going into the 2-hole beads. Because if we start doing the 2-hole beads up here, I think it might look a little weird. So I think if we did it down here, we'd be good to go. So let's just start. I just want to get my silver ones on first, make sure that they can all get on there okay. And once I get so far, I can even lay something on top of this part to prevent it from like everything moving around and stuff on me. It's like a spider web. It's like, like move this strand, move this strand. All right, so we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just start working with one strand at a time here until I get to the point where I feel like I wanna add the 2-hole beads. And I have more beads in the tray beside me, so if I start running out of beads, I can always grab more. But I think we'll be okay. All right, so I'm just gonna set these strands aside. And actually what I'm going to do, just so I can make sure they stay out of my way, I'm going to kind of weigh them down with this little guy here and just set it aside, just so he doesn't like bother me. All right, let's move those out of the way. And let's just start grabbing some of these seed beads. I think I want to do like maybe 4 of these seed beads. And we can drop all those down and put them right over that strand to hide that strand. And then let's do one more silver spacer. And drop that down. I want to snip some of this off because it's kind of poking out and it looks weird. There we go. I was like, can I get in there? All right. There, that's better. Okay, so like that. And then we're just gonna let that sit there. I know I have more little pinchy things here somewhere. Aha. Here we are. And then I'm just going to put one of these on here and just let that sit. I'll undo the others, grab the next one, do the same thing. So we need 4 of these seed beads. 4, and then one of these. And we're just going to slide that right on. All right. And then we're going to clip this one down and just set that one off to the side. Let's grab our next one. Do the same thing. I know this looks crazy right now, you guys, and I'm so sorry that it looks so weird. But once we get it going, it'll be okay. It's just getting it started is like probably the hardest part. Like taking control of the strands. And while I'm sitting here doing this, I was thinking about those crystals that have the holes, you know what I mean? Like the on 4 sides. I'm like, I wonder if I could work that into this design somehow. So once we get down towards the middle of this bracelet, I will try to like look at that and see if that's something I can't figure out. I need to trim a little bit of the strand off here. There we go. All right, and then we're going to use another little clip. And let's do our last one. Get it started here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a spacer. Oh, and that popped right over everything just perfectly. Except for that one, like I always have like just a little bit of a hair of a piece of strand like coming out. So let me just kind of, there we go. All right, so now we have all 4 of our strands started. I need to give myself some working space. So I'm going to move everything up because I had everything just smack dab in the middle of my workspace here. Okay, everything's just kind of moved up. And now I'm going to take these 2 strands on the end here and just move them off to the side. I'll put something heavy on them. And let's just kind of focus on these first 2 here. I really wish my strands would just calm down a little bit. They are like just doing whatever they feel like doing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take both of these strands together and we're going to take our round duo and put in each hole there, like a strand in each hole. And then bring those 2 pieces together like that. And then I think we can do, let's do a silver spacer. And then let's do 2 seed beads and a silver spacer. And the same thing on this side. My dog's yelling at somebody walking. He's like, why are you walking? It's my sidewalk. Woody, that's enough. You're fine. You're fine. All right, so now I don't want to do another 2-hole one here yet, I don't think. This is a design on the fly, you guys. I have no idea if this is even going to work out, but we're gonna try it, okay? So then we're gonna do these next 2 the same way. This is where I'm like, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like hoping it all works out. All right, so then we're gonna take these 2 strands and we're gonna put those through one of these 2-hole beads. Whoop. Woody, that's enough. Yeah, just like that. Presto. All right. It's gonna be cute. All right, and then we just need to do the same thing here. Don't worry, we'll get all this stuff like smushed up and squared away. It'll be fine. All right. So we're gonna do our silver spacer. 2 seed beads and a silver spacer. And we'll do the same thing over here. Oop, yep, that's right, okay. All right, so now we have 4 strands down to 2. And now I want to join the 2 middle ones together. I'm going to grab one of those, one of these, and I want to see if I can get that to look like I want it to look. So I'm going to take these 2 middle, I'm going to take these 2 middle strands, and I think, I wonder if I can go through, oh, I can go through diagonally. That's cool. Okay, so I can go through diagonally like this. Oh, but I put it on upside down, like a dork. All right, let's try this again. All right, so I can put it, you know what? You can string these diagonally. You can string them like, just like normal. This is really cool. I had like no idea that these things even really existed. I have never worked with anything like this. Hold on. I had it strung, and then I had it strung upside down. All right, so I'm just gonna put that right there. Did I still do it upside down? Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm 2 for 2 right now. There we go. Now it's gonna be right. Yes. It flipped over, but it's gonna be fine once I get my other strand through it. So now I'm gonna put my other strand through this way on this side, and let's bring that up in the middle. And I grabbed the completely wrong strand. Oh my gosh. I hope you're laughing. I hope you're laughing, because if you're not laughing, you might be crying with me. So just please laugh it up, because this is the kind of thing when you decide you're gonna try something that happens, right guys? Okay. All right. Please, I hope I got it on right. Okay, yeah, I did. All right, so now we're good. Let's just kind of slide all this up together, because that's our center holes, and my little tail's coming out. Once I get all these in a good position, I should be good to go. But it's until then, once I start getting things like kind of tight here, it'll be good. All right, I think we're getting somewhere. Just gonna slide everything up where it belongs. All right, that goes there. Okay, this is gonna be super, super, super cute, you guys. All right, so then now we're just gonna go take this one, and we're gonna just do some seed beads along the side. So let's see how many it takes. Okay, it looks like it takes 3 to butt up like even next to it. Quit messing with me, beads. Okay, so we'll do 3 over here. All right. We're gonna go in here and snip this off because that is getting on my last nerve right there. Okay. Okay, so I think we got it. I think we know what we're doing now. So I feel like if I just kind of repeat the pattern, then we're gonna be good. So like, let's say if I wanted to do a silver spacer here and a silver spacer here, and then one of our round duos on these two strands. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I think this is gonna actually work. What's gonna be terrible is attaching them all on the loops on the other side of our clasp, but I think we'll be okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so stinking cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. All right, so let's do the same thing over here. We need silver. Woody, did you tell them to go away? Did you tell them to get out of here? Good job, buddy. Good job. I'm proud of you. Did you tell them that you didn't want any of their business around here? All right. So now we have those. Let's put on our round duo. And then if we did those like amethyst beads, like right down the center like that, like every time we do like our pass through or something. So like we're gonna do this little pattern here, and then we could do another one of those purple ones. I'm gonna get more of those out. I'm so excited that I kind of like, I think I figured it out, guys. I think I figured some stuff out. All right. Now let's see if we can do this nice and seamlessly so that you guys aren't like, I don't think I understand what you're doing. All right, so we got our two round duos on, and I'm gonna do my spacer, my silver spacer. And we're gonna do two of these and our silver spacer. I'm wondering if I'll run out of silver spacers. Didn't think about that. Well, if we do, I think I have the same size spacers. So, and I think they're the same finish. So I will go digging into my stash if we run out. And then let's do the same thing over here. I need 1, 2 of these. 1 of these. And there we go. Now we're going to take our 2 center pieces again. And I'm going to make sure that I'm putting them in the right holes and the right side up. So it's going to be this side up, and I need to go through this side. Once you understand, I guess, how it works, then it's easier the second time around. But that one's being a pain. Let's try this one. There we go. That one's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then this one through this side at that angle. Oh my gosh, is this ever so cool. Like, it makes me want to get more of these. Like, it really does. It really makes me want to get more of these. It's so much fun. All right, guys, I am going to, now that you see what I've been doing, I'm going to do just a little bit more, and then we'll come back and do more, and probably even just the rest of the bracelet together. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a break, and we'll do more in a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I brought you back a little early because I had an idea. So I'm wanting this bracelet to be about 7 inches from one end of the clasp to the other. So what I'm thinking about, because right now I'm at 3 inches, or just a little hair over 3 inches, I thought about doing kind of like a little like cluster of these. Not really sure. Let me see what else I have. I still have plenty of them, you guys. So because this would be kind of like the center, and I thought it would help me save on some of my silver beads because I am running pretty low on them. I thought what we could do, which is why I'm bringing you back. I was looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if it'll work, but I really, really want to try. So I'm thinking about, let's see if we can just put one of these on here real quick. Make sure I'm putting them through the right way here. And I'm like, before I start messing around, I want to bring you guys on so we can test this theory together, because that's what I like to do. I'd like you guys to see the entire process. And I know that it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I know there's a lot of people out there that appreciate going through the same steps that you guys would be going through to figure something out. All right. Oh, you know what? That works out nice right there. All right. So if I did that, and then let me just see, like if I just set this here, how would that, so if I did this, then it looks like I would probably need like maybe one seed bead right there. So let's grab a seed bead. And then let's string this one on. Make sure I'm going the right direction so we don't have that fiasco again. It's a little bit challenging to get it in the hole, but if you can get it, there it goes. All right, and let's just pull him down. Let's see if one seed bead will be enough. Nope, it looks like I would need 2 there. Okay, so I miscalculated my seed beads. So let's do that again. So now we know for the other side that we would need 2. Let's restring this on. And of course I'd have to take it off and restring it because it gives me like a problem. All right, so there we go. All right, and then this middle one is gonna need to go through this other hole. So see, you guys, working with beads like this, it's almost like a puzzle, right? We just gotta kind of play with it and see what will work. So if you've never used beads like this, and now you're wanting to give it a shot, well, here's your opportunity, you guys, because it's definitely something that's doable. Oh, this is gonna be so stinking cool. I am so excited. I am so excited right now. All right, so now we need, on this outside strand here, we need 2 seed beads. So there's 2. And then we need to put our little gem on here. And then we need to string the other side of that one through, which is the second strand. Right through here. Like that. And just slide that up. Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so excited this is working. All right, and then now we're just gonna take the 2 middle ones and we're gonna put one more on here, okay? So Let me just find my 2 middle ones. There's 1, and there's 2. I thought the strands would calm down a little bit, but I mean, they have a little, but they're still a little wild, you guys. So let's put this one in here. I think if I would have used a different stringing material, like not different stringing material, but different wire. So maybe if I would have used like a 19 or 49 strand, I think that the wire would be a little more flexible and it wouldn't be like flip-flopping around. But I used a 7 strand, or if I used soft flex medium, I bet you that would have been like perfect, or even soft flex fine, that would have been perfect. All right, so now we're just gonna kind of like push all these up. Okay, there's like a little space here, but that's gonna be okay. Like, I don't mind that. That's gonna be just fine. And then it looks like we need to do 2 seed beads on both sides here, and then we can do our 2 round duos. All right, let me get my tape measure again. I just wanna make sure I'm on the right track here. So if I'm right, okay, yep. So this is gonna be, when I'm done with that, it's gonna be right about here. And then, so that'll be, I think it'll be close. I might be just a little bit over 7 inches, but that's okay. I'd rather have it be a little loose on my wrist than not fit my wrist, you know? So let's put these 2 on here. Yeah, 2 should be good. 2 on this side. And now we're going to do some more of our silver spacers, and I think I might have to go check to see if I have more silver. Oh, nope, we don't want to do silver spacers. We want to do the round duos. I forgot what I was doing. So let's take a round duo. They also make round trios too, and I've used them in like 3-strand designs. I've used them and ignored one whole entire hole and just used them in like 2-strand designs. So you know, you have a lot of really cool options. And even like with these, if you wanted to just put like, just hang one, use one hole on a strand, you're gonna get that wobble bead effect, which is really, really cool. Kind of like the mushroom beads. So let me show you real quick. I'm just gonna put like a few on one of these strands here, just so you can see how it looks. I have all this strand, I might as well show you. So like, and I've done this before too. So if you take like these beads and you're just stringing them through one hole, all right, and see, it'll make like, it'll do like the little mushroom beads do. And that's really fun too. So you can use these in a lot of different ways. All right, so now we want to put a spacer, a metal spacer on each one of these. So there's one here. And it looks like we go right into another one of these guys right after, because we're matching this. These 2 strands. This one and this one. And then we need one of our little gems to go in the middle. I'll still have a few of these gems left. I could probably make like a really cute pair of earrings or something from them later. Or just add like one to like a design, and you know, as like a little embellishment or something. There we go. Oh yes, I am loving this. Okay, so now is when we need 3 seed beads on the 2 outside strands. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and a spacer. And then 1, 2, and 3, and a spacer. And then we need a spacer for our middle ones. 1 and another. All right, so now we did 2 seed beads and a spacer. Two seed beads and a spacer. I'm just making sure I'm following my pattern correctly, going backwards here. I'm like looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. All right, so there we go. And then 1 more, just like that. And now we'll do our round duos. And what's great about these is you don't have to have particular sides lined up. They will just line up for you because they're round and it doesn't matter. And I'm going to do this one. Every time I pick these up, I grab 2, and I don't know why. I don't know why I've been doing that lately. All right, so there we go. And now we need to do 4 silver. And then after I put these 4 silver on, I'm going to go to my metal beads and see if I can find, I'm fairly certain I have this exact bead. If not, something very, very, very close to where you wouldn't even notice it if it wasn't the same. So I'm going to go check that out and see. There we go. Just need 1 more on each here. There. And then we need to put one of these guys on. I am so excited that this is working out, you guys, because I honestly didn't know if I could do it. I'm like, oh, I hope I don't have to go through this and then all of a sudden just like rip it apart because it turned out terrible. And like, you guys would be like, oh man, I just watched like 45 minutes of you doing this to see you tear it apart. I'm like, I do not want that to happen. All right, so now we need 3 seed beads here on the outsides. And 3 on this side. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go dive into my stash. Okay, guys, I do not have the exact same. I have stainless, but they're the same size. So I think we're just going to try to get it to blend in, okay? So if we start doing this row, maybe it won't be very noticeable. You know what? It's not that bad. You know what? We're ad-libbing for demo's sake here, and I will still wear this bracelet regardless. And you guys just seen me like use like some purple, you guys. So like had I realized what I should have done is I should have, but you know, the thing is I couldn't count them because I didn't know what I would have been doing. But I think that if I would have been like right about here, I probably should have like looked at it and said, okay, how many of these do I have? And I was looking at the seed beads, but the seed beads are flat. So, and they're more like, looking at it next to it, it's almost more like gray. It's not metallic enough. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go that route. So this is what we're ending up with. And we're getting close to the end of our bracelet anyway. So I don't really think it's going to matter all that much. So like I'll probably just use those last 2 in something else because I wouldn't want to like split up the strand, you know what I mean? Or like the little line that I'm doing here. So we're just going to keep with the same one. And it's hardly noticeable. Like, so I'm pretty excited that I actually even had the right size. I was kind of worried that because I had like a bunch of faceted ones, I had like all kinds of other stuff, and I'm like, oh, if I only would have realized. But this just goes to show you guys, in a pinch, you can work with really anything. All right, so now we're gonna do our last round duos. So let's get this on here. And then we can do our other one. So in the comments, I would like you guys to let me know if you want to see me make different things with the round duos. Let me know, because that's something I can definitely do. Just to kind of give you some different options. I would love to show you some different things that you can do. All right, so we need this bead, and then we need 4 seed beads, and then one of these. And we are at the tail end here, guys. I'm going to measure it real quick when I'm all done here, and we'll make sure that we don't need to, you know, do anything more or add anything else to it, just to stretch it out a little bit. You know what, either way, this turned out really, really cool, and I am so happy that it did, because I was very uncertain about how this was going to come together, and I'm actually really loving it. And I know the purple really blends in, but I think once you have it on and you're like in the light, like better lighting than what I have going on here, I think you really see how that sparkles and shines. And plus it sits up higher than the rest of the beads, so I think it's really going to reflect a lot of light. It's going to be really pretty. All right, we got our last one on there. Okay. All right, I'm going to measure this. Now, if probably right about here is what I'm thinking, and that's going to fit inside the other one. So, see, now I think, because I have a 6.5-inch wrist, did I miss a step? And there, and there, and there. No, I didn't. You know what we're gonna do though? We're just gonna add like just a little bit more. I think we could do like 2 more seed beads and a spacer, and it'll still kind of like blend in. So let's just do that. Let's do 2 more seed beads and a spacer. Actually, I wonder if I just did, hold on, let me see something real quick. Because I don't know if I like the spacers so close together like that. Well, actually, no, it's fine, because we have them together close like that in the design too. So it'll look fine. Okay, never mind. Never mind, guys. Never mind. See, but now that I know, whoops, I did that wrong. Now that I know, how that this works out really well, and if I go to design another one, I'll know how to measure this out properly, instead of just designing on the fly and just kind of trying to make it go together one way or the other. So we need 2 more seed beads, and I didn't want to just add jump rings, you know what I mean? That's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I definitely could have, but that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put on all these strands, because I think it'll give me a better idea. And I still end up with way more wire than I needed, only because I didn't know how this was going to work out. But that's okay. All right, so let's just put all these on real quick. And now mind you, there's gonna be a little space here because we're gonna have our crimp. But we're gonna be losing some of this because it slides in together. So let's go ahead and measure this now. And this will give us like an estimated, still not quite 6.5, is it? Well, this kind of bums me out. You know what I'll do? This is what we'll do. We're going to break this down here. Let's see if I do. I'm gonna put 2 more round duos on, because how much space does that take up? If I did this, it takes up about, to the end of the round duo, 3/4 of an inch. All right, so let's do this. This is where we're trying to make it work without it looking ridiculous. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do one more little section of the round duos here. And we're gonna fake it till we make it, guys. That's what we do. We're gonna make it look pretty regardless of how we got there. I shouldn't say fake it till we make it, because that's not what I mean. Oh, first we need spacers. So 1 here and 1 here. Then we'll put that on. Do the same thing over here. One and 1. Oop, I almost lost one. There we go. And put our round duo on. Okay, so now if I was making this to sell or for somebody else, I probably would, oh, you know what? That's not going to work like that. I think I'm going to want to put another one of these on instead. Like right after this. You guys, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. So everything else seemed to go kind of smooth until now. Yeah, because we don't want that splitting apart like that. So we do need to connect it one more time. So let's go ahead and get one of these little guys on. So one side's just going to have more gems than the other, and it's going to be okay. There we go. There's one. And there's the other. All right. Oh, did I grab the wrong strand? I did grab the wrong strand. Shoot. That one went on way too easy. That's why. All right, do this again. Okay, so like I was saying, if I was making this to sell or for like a gift, I probably would just restring it. I mean, now that I know what I'm doing, it wouldn't take me that long, but I'm not gonna do that. You know, it's just gonna, you know, take up your time. But you guys saw what I had going on. So there's a lot of different things I could have done. Like I could restring it, or like I said, I mean, honestly, like no one would ever even like realize. I mean, at least I don't think anybody would. I don't know, I could be wrong. So let's do our 4 metal ones. And here we go. Awesome. And then let's see where we're at so we know really what we need to add. Okay, so we're still doing good. Let's do our 2 that come right after that. So we have 2 of these and 1 of these. I have more of these spacers. I'll grab them in a sec. Oops. Unless I fling them across the room. There we go. And 1 more. All right, and then we do our round duo. And then after we're done doing our round duo and the silver spacers after it, then we're gonna remeasure again because we're getting really, really close. And I just wanna make sure that I get it to where I can at least wear it and not just have it, right? I don't wanna take it apart. I want to actually be able to wear it. All right, so let's do that. And then let's get our little spacer on. I'm gonna grab some more of those. There we go. This one there. And there. All right, now let's see where we're at again. Okay, so now this time we're really close to 6.5. So I'm gonna add on, if I add on the 4, see how much does that take up? It takes up about 1/2 inch. So yeah, I think that'll be okay. And like I said, I'd rather have it be just run a little bit big than be too small that I wouldn't be able to wear it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a spacer. 1, 2, 3, 4, spacer. So we did a little rearranging just to try to make it make sense and look right without redoing the entire thing. And I think once I have it on, I'm not even going to be worried about it because it is really, really pretty. Oh, oh. My finger slipped. Oh, did I grab too many of those? Well, one's a little weird shaped. So let's get rid of that one. It's not even like a full seed bead. I'll just get that one off to the side there. And let's put those 2 back on. So 1 and 2. And here we go. All right, so now we have everything on here. Let's do one last quick measure. I'm gonna go from here to here. So that is just over 6.5. So adding the bar and the crimps will probably be really close to that 7-inch mark. Perfect, perfect, guys. Okay. I mean, my bracelet is not perfect, but you know what? I'm pretty darn proud of it. Like, I don't know. I am just really, really proud of it. All right, so let's feed on all of our crimps. We're going to try to do this in a methodical fashion. Actually, no, let's just do one at a time. I'm going to take these, because I bet you guys saw me do that, and then you're like, this is going to be disastrous, and you were right. It will be disastrous. So let me not do that. I'm going to put on one of my little bead bugs. Scoot it up close to that. We have our crimp on one. Let's see, how does this have to fit? I got to make sure this is gonna. Okay, so it needs to go like this. Okay, all right, we're good. Wouldn't that be terrible if I got it on wrong? Oh my gosh, I would be so upset. I'd be like, are you serious? All right, and then we're gonna slip this through our crimp and just that first bead. And let's pull it down. And we do want it to be kind of snuggish, okay? We want it to be kind of the beads to be tight together. And I'm just trying to visually check to see how my loops look on the other side so I know how to do them. Ooh, that's magnetic. I didn't realize I magnetized my crimping pliers. All right, so let me just sneak in there. And then we can crimp this side. All right, let's trim that off. Okay, I magnetized everything. Or no, or maybe my clasp is magnetic. My clasp is magnetic. I'm such a dork. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am... I'm over here wondering, like, what in the world? No, I told you I've never worked with these kind of clasps before, you guys. Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm like, why is that, like, grabbing onto that? But it's because it's magnetic. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so got my crimp on there. I got it strung through. And now we just need to go through our crimp. And we'll try to just go through that first bead or first couple beads. All right, and we're gonna pull that down. And we're going to try to match up our loop to the one next to it there as best as we can. And then we're going to go in and crimp that one. Try to get in that little slot there. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Let me just, because you guys know me, you've seen me do it a million times. All right, and then on the side, and then let's just go around it. Whoop. Keeps wanting to move on me. There we go. Okay, we got that one. Now we can trim this off. I have some extra strands that I can do stuff with. All right, we need another crimp. Put that through here. Let me take care of this one real quick. And then let's go through our crimp and a bead. Let's pull that straight down. I'm gonna lay this down so I can make sure that this is, you know, if you hold it in your hand, it's harder to get it even than if you're just laying it flat. And then that way you can really look and see if you're doing something multi-stranded and you want your your loops to be about the same, as close as you can get it to be the same. All right. And our last one, you guys, our last one, we made it. We did it. We made it through. Grab my crimp. And now we just need to see how it looks on. As soon as we're done here. You know what? I couldn't be any more proud of myself, you guys. We did it. We did it. All right, again, let me know if you want to see other projects that don't involve, like, you know, stitching or bead weaving or something that I can do with 2-hole beads. Let me know, because I would be really happy and up for the challenge, you guys. It would make me really, really happy to do it. So let me know, and I will make that happen. So things I learned from this is that regardless of once you get to a certain point in your design, you need to stop and look at the rest of your supplies to make sure you have enough. If you don't, and you don't want to start over, then start thinking outside the box. Like, what can I use for a portion of this that looks like it was done on purpose and that it makes sense to make this design work, right? So like if I got to right about here and I'm like, ooh, I used, you know, how many do I have? Let me count them out. And let's say I only had enough to get me to here. Well, then I know that I'd want to maybe use something different here. So I could bring in even just like a different color. Like I could bring in the white to make this kind of stand out, or, you know, whatever. I could even bring in a different metal. As long as it's done in like a section, it's going to be like part of that design. The other thing that I would want to do differently is I'd want to have a realistic idea of like where my middle is for real. So my middle should be right here, honestly. And so like I said, I could have restrung it and just, you know, up to here, and just did it a little bit differently, which I could have done. I didn't do it though, and not for this time around. But I think I'm happy with the way this turned out anyway. And then the third thing that I would do differently is I would use a more supple wire. So 7-strand wire is a little more stiff. And it works. I mean, it's working out. It's fine. But I think I would have used like a 19 or a 49 strand wire instead. Did I do this wrong? No, okay. I think I would have used a 19 or 49 strand wire instead, or I would have used Softflex in like the medium or the fine. But you know what, you guys? Check this out. How pretty is that? And then you wouldn't even know, unless you're looking at the bottom of my bracelet, you're not even gonna know. But look, it fits nice on my wrist. It's not going anywhere. It's not gonna flip-flop around. So it looks beautiful. You guys, I'm really excited this turned out. I hope you really like this one. Let me know what you think down below, guys. This one had me feeling a little fragile, so let me know what you think. All right, guys, I'm sending you my love. I hope you have the most wonderful night, everyone. Bye, everyone.